Kia ora. This Heritage Talk looks at the early beginnings of the Scouting movement in Rotorua, covering the period from the early 1900s through to the late 1940s. The earliest known recorded reference to Scouting in Rotorua was published in the Taranaki Herald in 1911. It was reported at the time that there were two troops in Rotorua, one composed of 14 Mauri youth at Ohanimutu, and the other a Pākehā troop of 36 scouts. The troops were formed by Scoutmaster Hawley. It was noted that Hawley had the honour of forming the first Maori troop. A reason that little is known from the early days of scouting in Rotorua is possibly due to a local newspaper, which would have been the record of the day, no longer existing. It is believed these early newspapers were stored in a building that burnt down. In his research, Don Stafford noted that a scout troop was formed in Rotorua by Captain Proctor, who had been heavily involved in scouting in South Africa and India sometime before November 1913. In November 1913, a new Rotorua Scout district was formed, which covered a radius of 36 miles of the township. In December, the first district committee was elected, and on the 15th of December, the first Scout camp was held at Ngāpuna. There were many reports in the early years of Scout camps at Makatu and Mamaku, for example. This newspaper clipping advertises a demonstration fundraiser held by the Rotorua Scout Troop while camping at Makatu. These are a series of glass slides of a scouting event held at Pukerua Hill Reserve. Little is known about this event. The colours of the Rotorua Troop were consecrated on the 19th of July 1914 by Reverend F. A. Bennett at a ceremony at Aroa Park, attended by some 600 people. The blue flag, which was emblazoned with Rotorua Troop and the motto "Be Prepared," was donated by Mrs. Ellen Malfroy. Later in the year, the Rotorua Girl Peace Scouts was established by Captain Proctor with Scout Mistress Young. In August 1914, a scout troop was formed at Whakareawera by Scoutmaster Banks. In the following year, a scout troop was formed at Makatu. Captain Proctor was supported by Scoutmaster T.C. Hawkins, who was heavily involved in scouting for much of his life. When Proctor left Rotorua for military service in September 1915, Hawkins was responsible for the troop. Hawkins retired from scouting in February 1934. A highlight for Scouts was a visit by founder and Chief Scout Lord Baden-Powell in February 1935. The troops of Boy Scouts and Girl Guides assembled at the train station to meet Baden-Powell. When it was learned that he had arrived by car, the Scouts marched to the Grand Hotel where they performed a haka. Rotorua also received a visit in 1949 from the then Empire Chief Scout Lord Llewellyn. Another highlight for a Scout is to attend a Jamboree. One such Jamboree was the 6th World Scout Jamboree, which was held in France in 1947. This was the first Jamboree to be held after Baden-Powell's death in 1941. Following the devastation of the Second World War, the event was named the Jamboree of Peace. 24,152 Scouts participated from 38 countries. Approximately 240 boys from New Zealand attended. Pictured here are some of the Scouts from the Rotorua contingent. Rotorua Library Archives holds a collection of ephemera from the 1947 6th World Scout Jamboree that was collected by V.J. Carl. This is the passenger list for the ship the New Zealand Scouts departed Wellington on. This is a collection of booklets given to Scouts at the Jamboree. A New Zealand Timbers souvenir was given to New Zealand Scouts that attended the Jamboree, and a stamp booklet was produced for the occasion. Some of the New Zealand Scouts returned home on the RMS Rumataka. Here are the breakfast, lunch, and dinner menus from Christmas Day 1947. To see more of V.J. Carl's Scouting ephemera collection, please see our staff at the second floor desk. Thank you for listening.